Observe the method to transform in the invincible glow, where attention goes, energy flows, until or else it builds and finally blows. There is somewhere it must be able to go. Intelligence, tension, and habits condition, memory and impression enforce their volition. Multiple points verge in a singular mission. Relieving the pressure, singular mission. Relieving the pressure of psychic attrition. Transcends, delayed sustains, inverse bends. Resistance descends as the friction transcends. Relieving the flow as the boundary mends. Captured in time where the limit extends. They say every road leads to Rome, a cup-bearing pitcher, a temple, a dome. Venice is granted a pouring witcher on her throne, where spirits are known. Boundaries premature captured. Push force vector, a ripple effect through the structure. Sphenoid lecture of the pelvic flexure, expansion that pumps the ether pressure. Squeeze the trigger of the soul geometry, primal design in sacred origami. Lay waste to the variables, the hidden anatomy that acts as an obstacle to pure probability. Creator reflective of toprak lattice and destiny. They say all roads lead to Rome, a cup-bearing pitcher. Venice gets a queening witcher, a pouring witcher paths receding. Push force vector, composed ripple effect across the structure. Sphenoid lecture of the pelvis flexure, sting expands, pumps either pressure. Intelligence, tension, and habits condition, memory and impression enforce their volition. Multiple points enforce their volition. Multiple points convert a singular mission, relieving the pressure of psychic attrition. Transcends, delayed sustains, inverse bends. Resistance descends as the friction transcends. Relieving the flow as the boundary mends. Captured in time where the limit extends. Push a force vector, a ripple effect through the grand architecture. Sphenoid lecture of the pelvic flexure, expansion that pumps the ether pressure. Squeeze the trigger of the soul geometry, primal design in sacred origami. Lay waste to the variables, the hidden anatomy that acts as an obstacle to pure probability. Create a reflective world shattering and destiny. Observe the method to transform in the invincible blaze. Where attention goes, energy flows through the haze until it builds the spirit obeys. There is a channel in which the force stays. Intelligence, tension, and habits condition. Memory and impression force their volition. Multiple points in a singular mission, relieving the pressure of psychic attrition. Lens, sends, delayed, sustains, bends, resist, descends as the friction transcends, relieving the flow as the boundary mends. Captured in time where the limit extends. They say every road leads eventually to Rome. They say every road leads eventually to Rome. A cup-bearing pitcher, a temple, a dome. Venice is granted a queen on her throne. A pouring witcher where spirits are known. Past receding bi-directional force vector. A ripple effect through the grand architecture. Sphenoid lecture of the pelvic flexure. Expansion that pumps the ether pressure. Squeeze the trigger of this soul geometry. Primal design in sacred origami. Lay waste to the variables, the hidden anatomy that acts as an obstacle to pure probability. Create a reflective world shattering victory of 1,000 dignified angles, a kinetic trajectory, a pathway orchestration, a design of complexity, lattice and destiny. Held at the threshold of topographic lattice and destiny. Held at the threshold of topographic lattice and destiny. Observe the method to transform in the invincible glow. Where attention goes, energy flows until or else it builds and finally blows. There is somewhere it must be able to go. Intelligence, tension, and habits condition. Memory and impression enforce their volition. Multiple points in a singular mission, relieving the pressure of psychic attrition. Lens, sense, delayed, sustains, inverse bends. Resistance descends as the friction transcends, relieving in time where the limit extends. They say every road leads to Rome. A cup-bearing pitcher, a temple, a dome. Venice is granted a pouring on a throne where spirits are known. Boundaries, premature capture. Past receding bi-directional push force vector. A ripple effect through the structure. Sphenoid lecture of the pelvic flexure. Expansion that pumps the ether pressure. Squeeze the trigger of the soul geometry. Primal design in sacred origami. Lay waste to the variables, the hidden anatomy that acts as an obstacle to pure probability. Create a reflective world shattering victory of 1,000 dignified angles, a kinetic trajectory, a pathway orchestration, a design of complexity held at the threat